Hey guys. Yeah, we got the red curry coconut scallops here.
Wow.
So excited to taste it. I'm going to take a little sip of this wine first.
Look at that.
I'm schwitzing after that recipe, sorry. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of lime on it. This might be a little spicy for you, Parks, okay?
Okay.
So just maybe go in with and have a little rice first, just so you can kind of get your palate accustomed to the flavor. Let me taste it first and make sure it's going to be okay for you. Oh, yeah.
It's not bad.
I mean, it's spicy, but oh my God, it's so good.
So where did this come from? Why did you do this tonight? Did you just combine things we had? What did you do? What?
Well, we had scallops, and you know, sorry, I'm sweating.
It's a little spicy.
It's a little spicy. We had scallops, and I wasn't sure what I was going to do. At first, I was going to do, you know, I told you, like, listen, I'm a chef. I can do a million recipes. I can look at a book. I can do things from the top of my head. I hate following recipes. I look at recipes for inspiration, and then I kind of like do my own thing. But usually, like, so we had scallops, so I knew I was going to cook the scallops. And I looked around the refrigerator, like, what else do we have to use with the scallops? And at first I was going to just do like a scampi, and then I was like, oh, I have coconut milk that I had opened like a week ago. I had a half of a container left, and I was like, oh, I'm going to do some kind of like coconut curry thing. And then I just pulled ingredients that I thought would go well with coconut curry.
Oh, well, it's beautiful. It's so good.
Thank you.
When you were cooking, you pulled out a spoon and you said, oh, I've got my spoon.
My Grey Coon spoon.
Yeah, can you tell me about the Grey Coon spoon?
Yeah, so Grey Coons is a chef, and he passed away recently, unfortunately. He's an amazing, amazing chef, and he had a restaurant in New York, and you know, he made these spoons. They're called Grey Coon spoons. They have his name on it, and there's just like a different, see how it says Grey Coons right there?
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see that.
Do they all have holes in them?
No. Some of them are serrated like that, or, you know, like slotted, and some of them are solid like this. That's the more traditional one. But what he did was, you know, you use spoons all the time in restaurants for tasting and for plating, and like a normal soup spoon, like this size, you know, it's like, you can see the difference. Like, he just designed this spoon because it was the perfect size for everything that he was doing on the restaurant line. And it's like he perfected like the perfect spoon for a chef.
Wow.
So I bought them a long time ago. I bought like 10 of them, and I have different sizes and different shapes, but this is the traditional one, and it's amazing.
And he perfected the spoon for cooking, serving, basting, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if you're basting a steak in a pan with butter, I use my Grey Coon spoon. You know, because it's got a big surface area, but it's not a ladle. It's still shallow, so it's just,
yeah,
they're perfect.
You pull it out a lot. Yeah.
I use it all the time.
Wow.
So this is, listen, I'm hot because it's hot in California, and it's hot in our place, and I was just cooking at the stove, and this is spicy, so I'm sweating, but it's not too spicy. It's got that like back of, you know, your throat kind of heat. It doesn't get you in forward like Tabasco, where you're like, it just, you feel it after, and it's like smoky and soothing, and it's just, it's comfort food.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this sauce is great over rice. If you don't want to have rice, you could like just have the broth and the scallops, and you could put like glass noodles, you could put udon noodles, you could put a pasta, linguine would be great. You could just have the broth and the scallops and dip bread, or you could have no carbohydrate at all, or you could put quinoa if you wanted to be gluten-free.
Wow, options.
What is it? Is it too spicy for you?
I had one taste in the beginning that was, uh-oh.
Really?
But now I'm kind of used to it.
Yeah.
It's hot. but it's delicious, so I'm just powering through it. It's great.
Well, it goes really well. This is a
But it is
Pinot
hot.
Gris from Oregon, A to Z. I believe it's from Oregon. And it's really crisp, easy drinking white wine. And this Pinot Gris goes super, super well with spicy. Whether it's Thai, Vietnamese, sushi, you know, and you have wasabi, it cuts the heat and it's crisp and it kind of cleanses
Wow.
your palate in between. So it's a really nice crisp
Yeah,
choice.
it is doing that. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's helping.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll have to have some more wine when I'm finished, just to cut the heat.
well, guys, I hope you make this. You can make it with scallops. You can make it with chicken. You can make it with shrimp. You can make it with mussels. Would be fantastic. You can make it with tofu. I mean, the sauce is just an amazing sauce that can go on anything. But it works especially well with seafood. And, you know, I love cooking for my guy, you know.
Thank you, Chef.
I cook for other people like all day long. So when I'm able to cook for Parks and myself, it's different, you know, or when I'm cooking for my mom or when I'm cooking for my friends, it's like, it's such a different experience, you know, but it's still that experience of giving and making people happy with food. And just lastly, not to like go on and on, but you know, when I worked in restaurants for so many years, just out of culinary school, and that's where I, you know, got all my training, and it's a great launching pad, you know, to do whatever else you want to do. But what happens in restaurants generally, most restaurants, is like you only hear like the bad, right? It's like, oh, you send something out and you did your best, you cooked the steak, you fried the fries, you cooked the crab cake, you made the salad, you know, heated up the chocolate cake, the molten chocolate cake, and put ice cream on it. And then all of a sudden it comes back to the kitchen and it's like, this is overcooked, this is undercooked. I wanted the sauce on the side. I wanted the dressing on the side. I didn't want vanilla ice cream. I wanted chocolate ice cream. And it's like, it's chaos, and you get like, you know, it's like a heartbreaker when it comes back. And that's what happens in restaurants. That's life. You know, people are picky and people want what they want. And sometimes it's, you know, front of the house error, sometimes it's back of the house error, sometimes it's just a pain in the butt error person. But when you're cooking for friends and family, or even I cook privately mostly, or catered parties, I'm in the room with the people. I'm accessible, and I'm talking to them, and they're watching me cook and asking me questions, and I get usually, you know, hopefully all the time, as much as possible, like a nice response, a thank you, appreciative, you know, person saying thank you for the food. It's so good. It makes me feel so good to feed people. It's like feeding their soul. It's such a wonderful, giving thing to do.
I never expect you to cook when you come home. I'm going to do it's a gift. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Because I'd be rolling up turkey slices and mayo.
I know you. Okay. Sorry I was rambling on, guys. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Come back soon. We're going to keep going. We're on day 78. I can't believe it. I can't believe we're still doing this, but I don't want to stop. Do you?
No, and we're still dealing with this pandemic, so we're home, we're cooking.
We're home.
Keep going.
Can't go out. All the restaurants are closed now in LA, so anyway, we'll see you soon, guys. Thanks for watching. Try it. You can do it.